What's up, y'all? What's going on, everybody? It is me, Erica. Ciao. It's Saturday, girl. We down here at the little spot. Hope everybody's doing well. Saturday, right? Yesterday I didn't come down here because I didn't feel like it. The hammock is back up. The people got their hammock back up. There's signs on the park. They're gonna start closing parks now. I have a feeling about that. I think people are trying to come to the parks early so they can just get some fresh air. People can't be, the United States is really dealing with a lot of, there's people out here practicing. Look like, what are they practicing? Their aim, frisbee. They're like throwing little discs. I don't know what kind of game that is. I don't know what that is. But they're practicing out here, just two guys. But there's a lot of cars in here, but I see some signs up. And they have all of the jungle gym stuff, the kids play on. They have that all roped off, which should be roped off. So what are we talking about? So I posted something this morning within enough time of me to like get myself together, and see what you guys have. You guys left some good comments down here on stuff to talk about. Yeah, yesterday I just didn't feel like it. I was off yesterday from my work, so I was like, I'm just gonna lay here and I'm not gonna get up until, but I still got up early. I was like moving around and walking around. I was like, I don't want to record today, so happy belated Good Friday, Anyway, so what else is going on? Okay, so let's talk about what we was talking about on thing. Yaya Mayweather, and I forgot to look up the new developments in it. Apparently, I don't know, there's some rumors. Let me look it up real quick. While we looking that up, we could talk about Angela. FoxSoul has been getting a lot of traction since the people have been home. So FoxSoul, they got Keisha Cole has a show on there. Claudia Jordan, along with Mike Hill. Donnie Harrell, I don't know who that is. Maybe he's a sports guy. Fox has a weird relationship with the black community. So, I mean, with black viewing audiences. But it's so weird because some really great shows are on Fox. But FoxSoul is doing this whole online thing. And like I said, a few people so they're doing a lot of interviews and stuff like that. Kim Fields, I watched a clip from Kim Fields. Somebody tried to ask her a question about Kenya. She was like, we're not using this time to talk about that. I know that's right. I said, anyways, but then they also interviewed Kenya, which I saw a clip of and wasn't able to find the full thing. Kenya looked beautiful sitting up there. But the two clips that I saw was the advice that she would give to Mike about the reality show viewing audiences comments and how not to read the comments because there's just a different type of people who leave comments. Don't get caught up in that and this and that. And so he was like, well, I read the comments, I look at the good comments, and I just so happen to see the bad comments, and I'm human and I respond to it. It's normal. I think it's completely normal, but you get to a point where you're just like, this person doesn't know me. 1, 2, this person can see my face. I can't see theirs. That is one of my main things is like, I'm learning myself because, I'll be in the comments and sometimes I try to make it a point not to address that type of stuff, but sometimes it just gets to you and you're just like, what is that what you got from that? Are you serious? But then I have to remember that people are watching you in addition to your opinion about things. And then when they start when your opinion and your biases don't match up, then people tend to want to, have something to say about you or to you instead of the argument. When I know, like some people are like this, when they have an understanding that you're not viewing the same thing from the same perspective, then they want to attack you. Some people haven't learned how to have, healthy dialogue and communication or debate or discussion. Some people learn from attacking. Some people crave that attention. Sometimes people have learned in their childhood growing up that the only way that I get attention is by creating conflict, which I think that's Nene's issue. I really think that that's Nene's issue. I was watching something else and that clicked to me. I was like, oh, she really can't create an environment around her that will benefit her. She's been rewarded so much for the conflict and the bad behavior that she doesn't works for her, so she's gonna continue to do it. Like, okay, I'm just going off because I was watching that with her and Tamar, right? And I was watching Nene and I was watching Tamar talk about the Kardashians fighting. And the perspectives that Nene and Tamar had were so different, where Tamar, coming from a group of sisters, right? She had a perspective to say, I thought it was awful. As one thing I would never do is put my hand on my sister. Now, we can either agree or disagree that we believe that Tamar and her sisters have never gotten into physical altercations, even growing up. Maybe their mother was very, I don't know. You guys watch Braxton Family Values. Maybe you can lend a comment down and say, you know, whether or not that you feel like that's a true statement based on your observation and watching them on TV. But her perspective was like, I think it's awful. And Nene's perspective was like, girl, they ain't really fighting. It was like the fighting part of it was like, well, girl, you know, we don't even fight like that. You know, if I was fighting somebody, it would be worse than that. Where Nene was like critiquing the level of conflict and how it wasn't as confrontational as she would be in this similar situation. And Tamar's perspective was, I don't like it. I come from a group of sisters. I thought it was awful to see. I'm glad they made up at the end, but it was hard to watch. Then there was something else that Tamar was talking about, and I was like, Nene's not listening. She was just not listening. So Tamar was saying how being on reality TV and how she likes this new show she has coming up, whatever. I don't know anything about it, nothing about it. I'll have to look at it. Anyway, so, child, just bear with me this morning. It's Saturday. So, she says, you know, I really don't care for the reality being in your family business like that. I'm not with the drama anymore. I've moved past that. Unless there's a resolution in the conflict, I'm not interested in having the conflict. You know, for lack of a better word, I'm growing out of that. I'm growing out of having conflict with people with no resolution. This was her, like, kind of what she was saying. Nene goes, oh, that's great. So, Tamar, the people have been saying that they would like to see you on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Girl, did you just hear what she said? Did you just hear anything of what she said? Y'all go back and watch it. I was like, Nene, no. No, Nene, she just got finished saying she doesn't want to be in conflict with people where there's no resolution. And then Nene did explain, I didn't watch the whole thing. Nene did explain how she, no matter what is going on with this group of women, there is a sisterhood. And sisters, and in a sisterhood, you fight, you have your disagreements, you have your things, but you always come back. And I'm not sure if she was saying that, and maybe if you watched it, maybe you can help me from what I saw. I don't know if she really wants to have resolve. I don't know if Nene can make money on the resolve. I could see her making money on the execution of the conflict. I could see her making money off of the progression of the conflict, but I don't think that she sees value in the resolution. Is that bad to say? I don't think Nene sees value in the resolution, and I think she does a lot of projecting. I think where with her and Kenya, I think the biggest thing is that Kenya is not agreeing to consistently battle or have words with Nene, so she ignores her. And I think Nene really has a problem with that. I really do. I feel bad for Nene because I feel I don't know what's going on with her, and she's creating all this conflict with all of the women. Candy, she's consistently talking about Kenya, Eva. I don't know what it is. We can only just speculate and gather from, what she's given us, go by patterns of behavior. That's all we can go by till she says something different. But Kenya was on FoxSoul, and she was saying that she believes that the same people that Claudia had conflict with when she came on for the one season. Oh, and like Kim Fields had to, whoever that girl was, did I write her name down? Something Mac. I don't know who she was. But she was like, I knew you wouldn't last. I knew you wouldn't last on Housewives. And Kim Fields was like, no. It's not about me lasting. It just was, that's not what it was. That's not what my thing was. I was trying to step out of my box, and I told my team that I wanted to try something new, something different, and it just so happened to be the show. Even Claudia was like, I don't even think like your type of black woman, because we are all different, right? Your type of black woman, I don't think that the viewing audience really wants to see that kind of content, what Kim Fields was trying to give. So I was just like, okay, so anyway, so Kenya said that she thinks that the fakest people on the show are the same people that Claudia had conflict with, which was Portia and Nene. I think the idea about Portia being fake, because I don't think that Portia is fake. I don't know if she's fake. Oh, I don't know what to say about. Oh yeah, they put things on the basketball hoops, like trash bags. Okay, somebody's gonna take those off. I don't think that, what was I saying about Portia? I don't think that Portia's fake. I just don't think that, I don't know what I think. I don't think she's fake though. I don't have what I think she is outside of being fake. I think that probably comes from the fact that she was talking shit about Nene and now she's made up with Nene. I'd like to hear the rationale behind that. I think that the women are setting up for this reunion. We'll see how it goes. I think this is a great, I guess, a build up to the reunion, because honey, we're all talking about things that Nene is doing online. We're all talking about these little clips and things like that. Speaking of little clips, y'all sent me the clip about Married to Medicine and how Mariah didn't get her contract. I don't believe her. I think Mariah wants to see people rejoice in the fact that she's not getting, that she didn't get anything in her mailbox. I don't believe that. Somebody said it's hard out here for a female producer or something like that. I don't know. Queen Latifah, MC Light, Ava DuVernay, they seem to be doing well. Producing TV shows. I don't know. Halle Berry, she got a whole ass show on the BET. They seem to be fine producing. I don't know. I don't believe Mariah. Sorry. I think she's a big liar. Sorry. I don't believe Mariah. I believe she's a liar. Heavenly and Contessa said they got their contracts, and Mariah says she didn't get her contract. I don't believe her. Angela Yee was on FoxSoul too, and she was talking about Charlemagne, and she was talking about their relationship and how he was never a friend to her. Now, they've just been working acquaintances. Now, I can say that the only time I see Charlemagne with Angela is at work. I've never heard of them saying they've taken a vacation together. I've never heard, like, with her boyfriend and his wife. I don't think that I don't know how you can't get close to somebody after 10 years of working so close with them. I don't know that you wouldn't see them as a close, like I don't know. The word is wrong, friend, but someone close to you. I don't know if you could use the word friend, because, you know, everybody has their own different definition of what friends are, and it just depends. But she said that they have always just, there's a little chocolate dog again, so obviously it belongs to somebody over here, and he's really just walking himself. So cute. Okay. And they've never been friends, and I just don't believe that. But I just believe after him taking steps and doing these things that he did with Gucci, I think she was just like, I'm good on Charlemagne. But I don't know how you can expect. My thing is, if he wasn't your friend, then why did you have an expectation of him to the point where now you're disappointed, right? If you've known Charlemagne all these years, and you've actually seen him evolve and attempt to evolve into a person who is more aware, who changes the way they speak about certain topics and things like that, someone who's doing that, but then for them to turn around and do something that is so that old type of person, maybe it's just like, are you really changing, or are you still trying to get it together? I don't think that, you know, we don't know how beneficial that Gucci Mane fucking interview was with Charlemagne, for Charlemagne. We don't know how valuable it was. Was it more valuable than the working relationship he has with a woman for 10 years? You know, that, I guess those are just options that they have to weigh. Like, what was more valuable, that interview or this working relationship? Where now it's like, Charlemagne he didn't negate or just be disagreeable to all of Angela's content as much as I noticed, because I've been watching The Breakfast Club for a long time, on and off for a long time. Sometimes I go for weeks and don't watch anything, and then sometimes, you know, it just depends on who the person is. If I show interest in that person and I want to hear what they have to say, then I'll watch it. Whether you like him or not, you know, some people have skills that are great, and the personality behind that magnificent skill is lacking, right? We know so many people who are good at what they do and their personality sucks, or you may not like an aspect of their personality, right? Charlemagne is a polarizing person, but he's also entertaining, but he's also good at what he does. You know, as silly as those donkey of the day things are, he writes those. As silly as those things are, he writes those things, right? Of course, he wrote a book. And, you know, people help people write books who are that's not their thing. They're not writers, right? But you cannot take away that he's a great interviewer, right? And if Charlemagne leaves The Breakfast Club, I don't know who can replace him. And then, I mean, somebody can replace him. Everybody can be replaced. But Charlemagne really is, if you will go back and watch interviews, people turn their bodies towards him. Like, he's doing the interview. I know all that shit between envy, that kind of probably, you know, some people do face envy. Some people turn to Angela a little bit. But Charlemagne steers most of those interviews, you know. Angela talked about that thing with K. Michelle, and how when she was there, she didn't really get to defend herself, but apparently it was being filmed for Love and Hip Hop, and that may have been the energy behind K. Michelle's behavior. But I don't believe that K. Michelle's another person. I don't believe that she's a fake person. And I don't believe that she was faking how she felt towards Angela. But Angela was dismissive in saying that, you know, K. Michelle's not somebody that I really talk to. She was doing it for Love and Hip Hop. I'm not on that show. It's not my thing. So I'm not about to get into it. And she has a great philosophy. If I feel that it's not going to affect me in any way, I'm not going to put any energy into it. And I think it's a great philosophy to have. And some people can walk by that. You know, it's a learning thing, because she does seem non-confrontational, and she said there has never been a time when she was in that studio and felt like unsafe or anything like that. So Angela's very even keel. I don't think we've ever heard Angela raise her voice. I think that sometimes she gets some bass in her voice. Sometimes, well, she'll be like, well, okay, anyway, so that's your rumor report. Like when Charlamagne is saying some slick shit to her. I think it's a great philosophy to have. But I think it's hard to say, like, I mean, that's her definition. They're not friends. After 10 years of working very close with somebody, I just find it weird. I just find it weird. I see people form friendships and relationships in a working environment all the time. Some people's closest friends are people that they have worked with before, whether they still work with them or not. So it's kind of weird for her to say that. He might say the same thing. I would like to hear what he would say about their friendship, but for her, that was like pretty bold to say, the person that I've been sitting to for the last 10 years is not my friend. But then I also had expectations of him in doing an interview with somebody who disrespected me. Because Mike Hill is on this old, he said it about Cynthia and he said it about Claudia. If somebody were to talk to Claudia in a certain way, he'd be on them. He wouldn't let them. Well, those are two different type of people. You know, everybody could say what they would do when that situation occurs, but you won't know what you would do until it happens. That's what Mike was saying about Claudia, and, you know, in reference to Charlamagne not taking up for Angela when it came to Gucci. What are you gonna do? Harvey Weinstein, he caught another charge. Girl, what were you doing? Like, again, here's an example. Somebody good at what they do. You know, we cannot lie and say that Miramax did not produce some great fucking films. But look at the people, look at the man, one of the people behind it. Look how awful he was. Look how disgusting he was. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to talk about being kicked off, somebody being kicked off. Let me go into the comments here. How do you turn this thing on? Come on. Oh, it was Rick Ross. The car just went off. Okay, let me get to the comments here. There was a comment, a SEPTA bus in Philadelphia kicking a man off for not wearing a mask. I did see a clip of that. Shout out to Vidro King for that comment. I did see a clip of that, and I saw other people from other countries stating that other countries where people are being made, or it's being mandatory to wear a mask when you come outside, that law enforcement, instead of fighting the citizens that they have been hired and are paid for by the citizens' taxes to protect, instead of fighting them, they're actually carrying disposable masks for people to wear. And if you don't have a mask, the law enforcement gives you a free mask. See, the culture of law enforcement in the United States has never been one of community and collaboration. It's always been an us versus them mentality. It's always been it's always been a hierarchical, you're going to do what I say. Even as they call themselves law enforcement officers or officials, some of them do not even know the law or the codes that they are enforcing. They don't. All they really want to do is be able to have some type of hierarchy over someone else and be able to carry a gun and be able to commit crimes with no consequence. That's how United States law enforcement operates. While they are some, right? Not all, because it's always some. It's never all, okay? Always some. Now, but when the culture, now, not to say that you can belong to a culture and not really see the vision of the culture or carry out the missions of the culture, right? But that has been the energy behind law enforcement agencies since the inception of them in the United States of America. So they're not one in, the law enforcement agencies in the United States do not operate from a place where, hey, let's go out and make sure everybody's wearing masks. And if they don't have a mask, let's make sure that we have some to give to people. Instead of saying, let me beat you up for not having a mask. Do you see the difference? Do you see in just the difference in that? When they do stuff like that, and then you have cops who say that they're good and say, well, not all cops are like that. But what we're seeing is a percentage of a group of people who behave in a certain way that does not work with the community. That's where people don't trust they're not working with, they're working against. You are their opponent. Like they're really off like that. It's never a collaboration. It's not about community. It's not about protecting. It's not about service, right? It's not about service at all. They have horrible service. Wow, here comes this man walking. You got to watch out for these men walking. Okay, what else? Yaya Mayweather. So, let me go to the news. That's what I said we was going to do. I ended up talking all that time. I was supposed to be good looking up that girl. I don't want to say what I saw. But apparently, like I said, Teddy Riley just ruined the whole mood behind the battles. And they said Babyface had, he had caught the virus, and I don't think anybody knew until after, right? I don't know why this is not coming up. Somebody on Twitter, they crazy. People who do not like Kenya Moore, y'all crazy. Look, somebody posted a thing said, I think we can all agree that Kenya Moore, period. And there was a picture of her on the cover of Jet from March 22nd, 1993, winning her Miss USA, right? And there's two pictures of her on the beach in Greece, looks like, and then with Brooklyn, and then another picture with Brooklyn. It says, I think we could all agree that Kenya Moore, period. This person said, is batshit crazy and conditioned to others but can't take it, with her plastic surgeries and color contacts from the 80s and her wigs and weaves. Yes, she's beautiful on the outside, but in the inside, hunty is nothing but the work of the devil. Girl, I said, damn, that sounded like it came from a deep place. You good? Girl, y'all niggas be on one. It's early in the morning and y'all going in on the people like that? Damn. Kenya's batshit crazy. That's hilarious. Girl, shut up. I'm not doing that. Girl, are you kidding? I cannot stand a gaslighting ass person. I can't stand. Let me get off of this internet. But let me go find Yaya. Okay, so the rumor is the young lady that she stabbed was, I guess, the child's mother. It says Yaya Mayweather was arrested early this month after allegedly stabbing LaPatra Jacobs, who shares a child. Yeah, who shares a child with Mayweather's boyfriend. Young boy never broke again. That's what NBA stands for. The incident reported occurred at 1:30 a.m. last Saturday when Mayweather demanded Jacobs to leave the rapper Houston's home. Jacob refused and demanded Mayweather to leave, which prompted the physical fight between the women. Law enforcement told TMZ that the altercation moved to young boy's kitchen, where Mayweather grabbed 2 knives and charged at the mother. The altercation resulted in the hospitalization and Mayweather's arrests. This is according to the blast. Mayweather is charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, a felony that can carry a heavy sentence. If convicted of the charge, Mayweather could be slapped with a $10,000 fine. Her daddy can pay that. That's fine. But what her daddy can't pay is 99 years in prison. The blast points out that it's highly unlikely that she'll receive a maximum sentence, as she doesn't appear to have a criminal history. It's also worth noting Mayweather is being represented by Kurt Schaefer, a famed attorney who has worked for celebrities like Slim Thug, Pimp C, Rap-A-Lot Records CEO Jay Prince. Jan is doing fine, although she remains shaken by the unfortunate incident. Jacobs addressed the incident in an Instagram story. No, I'm not okay. I'm really effed up in the head. I hate to say it. Can y'all just leave me alone? I never wanted this attention, or whatever y'all call it. P.S. Y'all want me. Wait. P.S. Y'all be seeing me. I'm kind of glad I don't have a phone. Maybe she means y'all won't be seeing me. But yeah, that's what it is. What's his name? What's the boy's name? Young boy never broke again. Whose baby teeth is still in his face. He got his baby teeth. His adult teeth haven't even come in. And y'all up here fighting. I mean, how old are they? 19? Girl, I'm going to give it to you. But the stabbing, how old is 19? She's 19. Okay. All right. She don't have, impulsivity is on the high and no decision-making skills. And I don't know. She'll look back on this in 20 years and realize how stupid she was to ever put herself in that position. I can't, what are you going to say? What are you going to say? We do stupid things when we're young, and there's nothing that I can say that, but she'll learn. She'll learn. If this doesn't wake her up, if nothing might, her father doesn't seem to give a damn, so I don't know what's going on. I heard that young boy, whatever the hell his name is, he's the one that actually posted bail for her and not her father. So I don't know. That might be a rumor, but like I said, look at a woman's husband and look at her father. Look at a woman's choice in men and look at her father. Or her lack of a father. Or her father who isn't there and doesn't teach her the right things. Or a father who's there that gives her everything she wants and doesn't teach her anything about self-love and self-acceptance, because he himself doesn't know what those are. Or a mama who is worried about not the daughter. Right? So, what are you going to do? What else y'all want to talk about? Let's see. There's nothing else that I could say about Yaya, is that she's 19 years old. If you don't learn from this, you'll get another chance to do something. If it doesn't say anything about a child dying. That's why I was like, I don't believe anything like that. I think it will be all over the news if Floyd Mayweather's daughter stabbed someone, a pregnant woman, and the child died. I think it would be all over the news, not Complex. Okay. Not just Complex or BET. It would be all over the news. I think the prison sentence of 99 years is newsworthy because everybody's like, damn. 3 days ago, her mother, made a statement about it. She just posted them walking with leather pants on and handbags and said, I got your back forever. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? I mean, and what should they say for us to see? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, who gives a shit? She'll learn. She will fucking learn. And that's all you can say. Kenya Moore says her and Mark are in a better place and he wants the family. I sent you various clips of the interview on my Instagram DM. Okay. She just did an interview on Fox. Yeah, I only saw those couple of clips. I didn't see her saying anything about Mark. But, I mean, if that's what Kenya wants to do, the man is not going to change. She saw his behavior on TV. She wants to continue to be on the Housewives of Atlanta. And if he's going to continue to behave like that on camera, if he hasn't looked at himself, a lot of narcissists will look at themselves and be like, I don't see nothing wrong with what I've done. You did this to me. You shouldn't have did this. You. It's never them. It's always somebody else. And you made them do how their bad behavior, you made them do it in some way. You know what I'm saying? So if Kenya's still in that place with this man, she'll wake up too. I mean, she's about to hit the top of the hill. After a while, I don't know when, for everybody, I guess it just takes a time. After a while, you wake up and you realize I don't have to deal with this type of person. I can want better for myself. I can want my daughter or my children or my sons to see you happy, not miserable, not in jive fucked up relationships that are, you know, not serving you well. As soon as you realize that the relationship isn't serving you, then you'll leave. And until you make that decision, then you'll still stay in it, and we'll have to listen to you complain about it, and we'll have to have an opinion on it. I mean, we don't have to, but here we are, and that's just what it is. If Kenya wants to go back to Mark, I think it's fucking stupid. I think it's dumb. I think he treated her like shit on TV, whether people love to see it or not. I don't think that any person anywhere would condone that for any person or themselves, for a man to treat a woman like that on television. I don't give a damn who they are, for your partner to treat you like that. And then for you to be, you know, I mean, part of, you know, I hear Rodney say this a lot, and I always agree with him. And as long as you're not embarrassing me, then don't embarrass me and don't disrespect me. That's the thing. Don't embarrass. Now, if you have an agreement with your partner that says we are in an open relationship, right? We don't have to let everybody know you're in an open relationship, but the person that you are trying to have a relationship with or seek some type of, you know, relationship with, whatever. Don't be out here embarrassing, having kids and doing all this stuff and trying to get with people I work with. None of that stuff. Don't do that. Don't embarrass me. But when you get on TV and embarrass me, that I don't think that I can come back from that. I don't think that I can come back from that. I don't think I can come back from that. I don't think so. So I don't think it's a smart thing to do. I think it's actually pretty, it goes against, you know, like I say, like I always say, I say this about Candy. Smart women, dumb about love. And I think people are just dumb about love because everybody has a different idea about what love is. Everybody has a different idea of how to accept affection because of how they learned to or did not learn to. And so they're just trying to figure it out as they go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's ridiculous. I would not do that. No. Yes, the Tory Lanez radio show. Like I asked Diva the other day, I was like, are you gonna get down to Tory Lanez radio show and show your ass? And he was like, I don't shake my ass for short niggas. I said, come on, bitch. It's crazy as hell. I think it's ridiculous. After all this time, like I said it last night on Twitter, I feel like with this empowerment of women, you know, creating ways that they can show their bodies without actually having to interact with men and get paid for it. I think it's fucking fantastic. I don't care what anybody fucking says. I think it's great. And I wish I had enough balls to do that shit, because I would fucking do it. If I didn't have any children, maybe if I did, I don't know. But I'm just not, I don't have that personality. But if I did, I think it's great that you can get on the fucking internet, show whatever and it's not even women showing all their things. Some women are just showing their feet. Do you hear me? And some people are showing just their underwear. Some people are just sitting there and they're getting paid to fucking do it. And men are paying. I don't care, but you gonna get down and you getting paid for it. I applaud it. I support it. If you have enough pussy to do it, do it. I don't see nothing wrong with the cam girls. None of that. I love every minute of it. But you're not going to get to this point where you are doing that and then turn around and get on Tory Lanez radio show and shake your ass and pour almond milk over your ass for free. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not sitting in a kiddie pool pouring almond milk over my ass for free for Tory Lanez internet show. No, ma'am. No, we're not doing that. That's it. Shout out to Portia Keeler for that comment, child. Okay, Married to Medicine. We talked about that. How do I deal with slick, passive-aggressive talking people? Michael Davis, let me tell you something. I've always said it to people, and I'm going to tell you this, and this is just me speaking, being transparent. This is what I'm saying to you, and this is not advice, okay? It's not advice, but I'm telling you, this is how I deal with passive-aggressive people. I meet passive-aggressiveness with sheer aggression and confrontational energy. I don't like for people to side talk slick to me. I call it out right when they say it. And typically they like to say, oh, I wasn't talking about you, or that didn't have anything to do with you. I meet passive-aggressive behavior with confrontation and sheer aggression. Now, that might be something I need to work on. I'm pretty sure that it is. But I don't sweep shit. I'm not a sweep shit under the rug type of bitch. I'm not. So you going to talk sideways and slick to me, you better tell it to my face, because I'm going to call it out right when it happens. Were you talking to me? Were you talking about me? So we're clear. That's how I handle it. Now, it might not be the right way, but we all on our spiritual journey. I am not one to shy away from confrontation. Never have been. So, Michael Davis goes on to say, I've had multiple, maybe, Michael, we're going to read your comment, and maybe the people can give you some advice in the comments, and then we're going to head out, because we're already at 46 minutes. How do you deal with passive-aggressive, slick-talking people? I've had multiple awkward experiences with people talking at me, quote, I'm sorry, in parentheses, it seems, but saying lots of negative stuff when there is an audience around, telling lies, being slick, twisting words, but careful not to call me by name. Therefore, I normally don't respond to the lies. Parentheses, I normally tell myself that's not what happened, so they can't be talking about me or about me, to me or about me. So I never respond. I ignore it, because I know if I confront them, they will deny that they were referring to me. Exactly what I just said. That's what it is. But see, with passive-aggressive people, what they're trying to do is get at you in a way without being confrontational. Instead of, because they don't have the skills to actually, they don't have the personality, I won't say the skills, probably not the communication skills to actually say, hey, this is what's bothering me. Can we talk about it? Instead, they talk sideways about you. Then I felt stupid in front of the group. How do you respond to passive-aggressive slick talkers? What you can do, this is what I would do. I would ask them to elaborate. Well, who are you talking about? And put them on the spot. Who are you talking about? With a smile. With a smile. So that they know that you know, bitch, I know you talking about me, but I'm going to put your ass on the spot. See, I'm not the one to give advice about passive aggressiveness, because like I said, I'm in your face. You said what? I'm like Dorinda. I'm walking away, but you say something slick. I'm like, okay, what did you say? You want to make yourself clear? Are you talking about me? Okay, you not? Okay. That's me. All right, y'all. We getting up to 50 minutes. Y'all give Michael Davis. Shout out to Michael Davis. Thank you for leaving this comment. That's how we going to close this out. Leave him some advice, because Michael, you probably don't want to take my advice, sweetie. Give Michael some advice down in the comments, y'all. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment to the Divas channel. Hit the like button, up and down, whatever. You agree, you disagree, just engage. Leave a comment. Don't attack people in the comments. Don't call each other stupid. Don't call each other out your names. You can argue a point without calling somebody stupid or questioning their intelligence. I know it's a way to get somebody riled up, but it's not effective in communication. All right, so take care of each other, protect your energy, and let's get down in the comments. Peace.